Hi everybody, and welcome to December. It's the first of our monthly garden updates, and this is really just designed to keep us in touch as we pass through the winter. Not much happens in the garden over the winter, so there's no point doing it every week, but there's still plenty happening in here, and over the next sort of 5 to 10 minutes I'll show you what's happening in the garden here and what's changed and what still needs to be done in terms of just general well-being and things like that. It has been a wonderful day here today. It's not rained much in the last few weeks, and you know, a good day this time of year is worth 3 or 4 in the summer, and I want to hang on to those moments and those really nice feelings as we go into the shortest month of the year and the shortest day of the year. I keep reading the papers, so got today's Observer, or Observer from the week. So James Wong here writes about seeing the light and making sure you make the most of the light inside the house for your house plants. And then lower down, Alan Jenkins talks about, as we reach the shortest day, take stock and enjoy small changes. And I think that's what it's all about, really, for me. It's coming out here every day in the gap between meetings and just checking on growth. So whether that's the shallots popping up, or whether it's the sweet pea, a bit of growth there, whether it's just digging over a part of the garden or a bit of weeding, there's those little things you can do to keep yourself busy. Obviously, if it's raining, it's no point coming out, but actually it's been okay recently. So I'll leave you a little wander in the garden and then pop back at the end before saying goodbye until the new year. And here we are out in the back alley. You might remember this as the place that was overgrown and not really used very much. Well, we transformed that over the last sort of 6 months, and yesterday, big job done, which was cutting down the lilac tree, making a big bit of space here. One, so we can get more light into the area, but two, also so we could dig up more space around it. So look down here. Now this whole space here that I've dug over, that we're better use now. Won't do anything with it now, but we'll put some manure on top of it and some compost, and then we'll be using that to plant things out in the spring. And we've used the lilac branches here, as you can see, just as guides. So the guides for now, so we don't run over it, but also we'll use those to stake things like raspberries and tomatoes. You can see here the winter peas have done really well, and they're now bigger than my hand, so that's a good height, and they'll hopefully still keep growing, and then we'll get some peas on those. Rocket's still going well, and it's still one of those ones that you cut and it grows, so it keeps coming. And the pak choi, which you saw a while ago, not being very big, they're looking great and almost ready to pick and ready to have in a nice stir fry. And there's still a bit of colour here with the primula as we wander along. The cyclamens still look good and still going strong. And somehow, so have the nasturtiums. So it's not been super cold here, so I didn't expect that, but I thought it might be gone by now. Bit of colour from the viburnums and the quince. Remember we bought that last time. All the leaves are gone now, so we're going to be cutting that back probably in the next week or two, but right back to here, right back to near the branch, near the root, the trunk of the tree. And we're still getting chilies in the greenhouse, so the lemon chilies are still looking really good. And as we cut, they keep coming, so that's really encouraging. And then up above we've got the sweet pea, which haven't stopped growing despite the weather getting cooler, and just what I had in here. Now we've gone sort of past the wrist, so we're in there a few inches, and I'm hoping they're not going too early and they'll suffer for when it gets really cold. You can see also that some of the buds, some of the bulbs are now coming through as well, so I think these are daffodils, but tulips as well are starting to poke their noses through. And the shallots in here really are getting pretty bolting a little bit too early, I'd say, but you know, good to see. And down the sunny side of the garden we've got mulberries coming out for some reason, despite the weather.
parsley's growing nicely. Strawberries keep flowering, so we're hoping this is going to cover the whole area around the cherry tree. And the cherry tree buds still got, as you can see, some of the pigweed in the corner there, the amaranthus. Rosemary looking great structure on that. And then wandering down, just going through the colours really, past the lavender, the rose, the hanging basket's still got plenty of colour in them, so we've done really well there with what we chose to put in. They're still living and doing a good job. And then wandering down through all the plants as their various stages as they go into hibernation, or some of them, like begonia, just keep on flowering.
Well, that's that. I'll see you again in January. We'll try and do it around about the middle of January, when there should have been some changes in the garden. There probably would have been some snow, frost, and that will change how the garden looks quite a lot. Look after yourselves in the run up to Christmas and the seasonal break and beyond that. Take advantage of the extra days we've been given off as a business and really recharge your batteries. I feel better for having a few days off last week, and the idea of 2 weeks sort of unbroken break is going to do me the world of good, and I hope it's the same for you. So look after yourselves, look after each other, and I'll see you all in January. Bye for now.